This is a message that applies to 99% of you listening right now.
Because that's how many of you can be covered by fast and reliable service on the Boost Mobile network with 99% nationwide coverage.
And if you're thinking, no, I'm special, I'm the 1%. Boost Mobile's amazing 5G network doesn't apply to me. I don't want to hear it.
You're either that one guy in 100 who actually likes black licorice, or you're a billionaire. And in my experience, Rory, I find both generally untrustworthy.
But for the other 99% of you, listen up.
Right now, when you switch to Boost Mobile, you can get an iPhone 15 with dynamic island and a 48 megapixel camera for $99.99.
That's $99.99 for an iPhone 15 on a nationwide 5G network.
I'm 99% positive Boost Mobile just gave all of us a really, really good deal, Rory.
In-store offer, $35 device setup fee may apply. Requires credit qualifications, ID verification, and activation on a $60 plan. Taxes extra. 5G speeds not available in all areas.
No, Rory and Mouse.
All right, Rory, we are back.
Yes.
And we are back in a few more ways than one. We are back at the BET Awards 2025.
We are.
We was here, I think, 2023?
Yes.
2023, we are back, circling back again one more time to talk to the good people, everybody out for BT Weekend, and our first guest of the day. And I was very, very surprised that he was out early because rappers really don't be outside too early.
He beat you here.
He beat me here, but
Come on.
I'm with my guy. We are with Mozzy. Mozzy, how you feeling, brother? Sacramento's on.
Man, I'm
Yes.
Platinum Edition. I can't complain. Life lit.
Life lit. Listen, man, first of all, thank you for being out early.
Most definitely.
You know, rappers get a stereotype. They get a little stigma that they don't come out to bed early, but you said you like to get out early so you can get back to the crib early.
Most definitely.
How you feeling on me? You look good.
I'm platinum, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We still balling.
Yeah?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So everything legitimate.
Yeah, how you feeling about BT Weekend, man?
It's always a gangster party. I've been here for a minute, so it's damn near regular.
Yeah?
It's regular.
Okay.
Did you follow the most recent media-driven East Coast versus West Coast battle that we just had? Joey Badass, Daylight, Ray Vaughn.
I may not tamper with it. I ain't fully indulged.
Yeah.
I ain't fully indulged.
Did you feel like it was the West Coast versus everyone? Because we felt attacked as New Yorkers. We
Y'all felt attacked?
We felt like we got jumped.
Nah, cut it out. Cut it out.
I was very offended. I felt like the entire coast was coming just after Joey. So, and I feel like he cleaned up a little bit.
Yeah, I ain't really get to tweak heavy on it. So I ain't really got no opinion on the turnout of it. But it's always been West Coast versus everybody, man. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's a beautiful struggle trying to break through and get to the other side of the globe. So
but the thing that I did like about it was it caused the rappers to come outside and start rapping.
I like that part.
That part I liked about it. I said, if we don't get nothing else, we got people rapping.
It ain't the drill rappers either.
It's rappers.
It's rappers.
It's rap. It's bars.
Yeah.
So I like that.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah, that energy felt good. Like, you know, however it happened, I just was like the fact that a lot of rappers hit the booth, they found the booth, got the songs out in a day or two. Like that, to me, that energy was missing. And it's good to see that those type of rappers are still outside where they're like, okay, let's get it. Let's get in there and get some bars out.
For sure. The competitiveness. I can't. That's the era I grew up in.
Right.
So I function with that.
Right.
They lucky Surf is not free right now because it would have been a little different if Surf entered the ring, which on intrusive thoughts, Free Surf was one of my favorite joints off.
Surf wouldn't have got involved with that. He'd have left that alone. You know what I'm saying?
Surf couldn't help himself.
He cut from the cloth I'm cut from. You see how I left it alone? I ain't indulged.
No, but
Free Surf. He would have left that alone.
Sure.
But see, I like that about Mozzy, because, you know, even though Mozzy is one of the, he can really rap, he can really go.
Yeah, for sure.
Where Mozzy is from, it's like I can't engage in certain things because it can still go left, and it's like, let's just keep it sport.
Yeah, let's keep it sport.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna stay away from that because I know how I can get the wrong things to say.
Come on, most definitely.
JD,
when was the last time you spoke to Surf?
The other day, free the fella.
Yeah,
he wanted the dopest to do it. He wanted them individuals when you lock in and you get in the booth with them, you got to make sure you got, you know what I'm saying, your bars on point.
Yeah.
Like Grip-a-These, you got to be able to scribble.
Grip-a-These?
Grip-a-These, you got to have Grip-a-These.
I'm taking that back to New York, Grip-a-These. I'm taking that back to
I like when she got the Grip-a-These.
Yeah, oh no, for sure. You love when she got it.
I don't even know what it means. I just know what it sounds like.
I like Grip-a-These. So Moz, what's the situation with you currently? Like, I know you one of the real rappers, but you also one of the few guys that can give bars, but you can really construct and make songs and make projects, make albums. Where's your mindset at right now? You in the studio, projects out. What are you doing right now? What is Mozzy working on? Or you just chilling?
I'm doubling back for the double bag. It's just cook up on top of cook up. I'm really big on catalog.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't looking for no hit record. I'm just catalog. You know, I'm one of the few that actually own my catalog. So
salute to that.
You know what I'm saying? I like seeing them monthly checks go crazy.
Man.
So that's what type of timing I be on. So I'm doubling right back. I think I just dropped the album probably like 120 days. I'm doubling back, finna drop again. And then a collab project. I think I got a collab project on the way, EST.
Oh,
so
fine,
we
okay.
cooking that up. But just
Mozzy
work.
ESTG?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's
Yeah.
talk. That's talk on there.
Come on.
That's a lot of
You
talk.
know that.
That's a lot of talk.
You know that.
Who didn't make Intrusive Thoughts that you wanted to collab with?
Millie's.
Okay.
Shout to Millie's. Boston.
Millie's. He wanted the dopest to do it. I function with him heavy. We got a dope relationship. But he gonna double back up. This new project I'm finna drop, he on that for sure.
Now, we was talking earlier, you said you don't really go outside. You've been living in LA 6 years. I've never seen Mozzy anywhere, Rory, so that was surprising to me, but it's telling because he strikes me as the type of guy that don't just come outside just to be in the mix, be around.
Yeah.
So, Moz, what's your approach to collabs, though? Is this something you got to have like a certain type of personal connection
Most
with an
definitely.
artist? It's not just like we just exchanging bars. It's like you got to rock with them on a personal level?
Yeah, we ain't doing it for political purposes as far as we gotta have a relationship. That's mandated, mandatory. If we ain't got no vibe, we ain't locked in, I don't even want to force it. It feel fraudulent.
Right.
So we most definitely gotta be locked in. And then I just love good music, dope music. You know, shit that's gonna last for, decades.
Right.
So I be on that type of timing.
I think with last year and GNX and Kendrick sonically leaning heavy on the West Coast sound, I feel like a lot of people said that was an LA sound. Do you think Northern Cali gets kind of overlooked in what people deem as the Los Angeles sound? Because even a lot of Mustard stuff, I feel like an influence comes from the Bay.
Nah, I think we naturally blend in with each other. It's, you know what I'm saying? We use a lot of the same verbiage. We right next door. We neighbors. So, you know, we naturally gonna blend, but I hear exactly what you're saying. Most definitely Northern Cali get overlooked. But, you know, it took a Mozzy. It took a Mozzy to put the stamp on it. You got some up and coming artists right now, nigga, that's doing a good job at stamping that sound. You know, everybody look at the Bay Area, hyphy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna lie, like, I think LA get a lot of good game, wisdom, and ism from Northern Cali.
Absolutely.
And vice versa.
Absolutely.
Northern Cali get a lot of good game, ism, and wisdom from LA. So it worked both ways.
Now, coming up in Oak Park, who was some of the guys you was listening to? Like, who was some of the artists that inspired Mozzy to start pushing his pen?
Most definitely people up out of my jurisdiction. You know what I'm saying? The free little nicks, free snubs. But outside of that, when we go into the Bay Area realm, I say Jacka, Messy Marv. And then outside of that, you got Pac, DMX. You know, I just like I said, dope listening. And you know, all them are spiritually inclined. DMX, Jacka. So I think for sure that's where I got a lot of good game from.
Now, we at the BET Awards, and we all obviously grew up watching BET. What were some of your earliest memories of sitting at the crib in Sacramento watching BET? What were some of your favorite
106
shows?
in Park, Hits from the Streets.
Hits from the Streets.
They sleep on Hits from the Streets.
That never gets brought up.
They
They
on
don't
Hits
talk
from the
about, he was
Streets.
one of the first ones trolling and doing all that.
Shit,
He was one of the first ones. Yeah, absolutely. Hits he don't get his flowers, man. We gonna give Hits his flowers, man.
Most definitely Tigger from the basement.
Yeah.
I was functioning with everything. You know I ain't gonna lie. Our little black box cable stayed on BET.
It had to. That was a staple in the household.
Mandatory.
As soon as you came home from school, you had to turn it on because that was growing up, that was kind of how you saw. We didn't have YouTube wasn't really lit like that. It was we had to watch the videos to see the fashion, to see what was going on, what the rappers was wearing. A lot of people don't give credit to BET for that, but I go back to Video Soul.
You showing your age?
Yeah, I go back to video.
106.
Donnie Simpson. Yeah, I go back there. I'm all the way back there. Video Soul with it.
That's
yeah,
where
see?
Granny was on.
Yeah,
That's what Granny was on.
yeah, I go back to Video Soul, man. I'm that era.
Before we get out of here, if they were to relaunch 106 in Park, who do you think the two hosts should be?
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. I ain't gonna lie, that's a good one because I remember AJ and Free.
Yeah.
I remember Bow Wow. Who
Yeah.
else? Who was Bow Wow
Roxy.
up there? Roxy.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a good one. I like that.
And then was Keisha was up there. Right?
Keisha was there,
Shantel,
yeah. Keisha Shantel with Bow Wow.
Yep.
Mr. 106 in Park, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we gotta put respect on Bow name.
Mr. 106 in Park.
Mr. 106 in Park.
He didn't even do one episode and walked in and said, that's me now.
Yeah, absolutely.
You hear me?
Yeah.
But I think they need Soulja Boy and Sexy Red.
Ooh.
That would actually go crazy.
Turn that up.
It may
I wasn't expecting that.
It may only last 3 episodes with Soulja Boy, but it'd be the greatest 3 episodes of all time.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Soldier Boy and Sexy Red.
That would be
Yeah.
hilarious.
Listen, man, I'm not mad at that combo. I'd watch it.
And imagine if it was actually live with Soulja Boy. Like you can't edit.
See, we can't.
Come on.
No. You can't do
Come
live
on.
TV with Soldier Boy. You got to have an edit button with Soldier. You can't.
You can't let Big Draco just go.
No. Not if we want to stay on air. We got to stay on air with this thing. But I'm not mad at that. That's an interesting combination. I
Yeah, I
think
like that a
Sexy
lot.
Red has the personality to carry.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I think
Sure.
eventually she's
we
gonna
know
end up in
Soldier
that
Boy
space.
does, but
Dope.
Sexy Red, I think, absolutely can do it
For sure.
Definitely.
Well, thank you, Mozzy. This was
Man,
great,
I
man.
appreciate y'all having me. Love what y'all doing.
Whenever you
bro.
come to
Keep
New
the
York,
best
man,
Let's do a
supply.
proper
pull up to the studio,
I'm
man.
pulling up.
Come to New York, man. Let's tap in.
Bro, I'm gonna hold you to it.
No, absolutely. My
sure.
guy Mozzy, Sacramento,
Appreciate
Oak
you.
Park.
Yes, sir.
All right, Rory, we are back. BET Awards 2025.
Yes.
Once again, we are joined by somebody who I think we might be catching them. You know when you get to the airport just in time before the gates close? This gentleman right now, the gates are closing and he's ready to take off, man. This is somebody who I don't think you can open Instagram without seeing his videos, without seeing some of his clips. He's a guy that I think is definitely, his time is now.
Yeah.
We are joined by Bellygang Kushinton. How you feeling, my brother?
What good,
I think
man? I'm feeling
I
good.
think I owe him some money.
Why's
Real?
that?
We were all at Starlet's, and I don't know whose bottles it was, but I drank out of somebody's bottle, and I owe somebody some
It's all
money.
good. It's all good. It's
Yeah,
all good.
that's
He got it.
crazy.
He in now.
I may have picked up some ones that was on the ground already and made it re-rain to make it look like it was me.
Yeah, we went crazy and started for
You
sure.
like Starlets?
It was cool.
See, you from the South. You from down in the A. It's different
Yeah.
culture.
Nah, I still like the culture though. Like y'all go to the bar and throw money. Like that was crazy.
You
to me,
like
but,
that?
yeah, it
I
was
hate
cool.
that.
It's because the
I
bartenders
like,
are more
I
the
like how
shit.
the bartender look for
Well,
sure.
I mean,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah,
I agree with you there.
yeah.
But in Atlanta, I mean, it's just a different.
Yeah.
It's a whole different
they
thing.
swing from the ceiling,
It's
man.
a
You gotta
whole
throw the money
different.
in the
Yeah,
air.
it's like a carnival
Yeah,
in Atlanta.
In New York, the bartender's just on IG Live.
Yeah, it's like you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
they taking pictures, videos. They don't. If you're not buying the bottle, don't speak to them. That's the culture.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah,
mad
yeah.
at it, but it's all good. You just told us, congrats. You're officially on tour with Lil Wayne.
Yep,
Your first tour ever.
Yep.
Congrats on that. Salute
First
to that.
invite ever too.
First invite.
Yeah.
How does that feel? This is Lil Wayne we talking about.
Yeah.
How does that feel to be in first ever invite on the tour coming from Lil Wayne?
Man, I'm still like trying to feel it. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't even believe that shit. Like crazy. Like when they called, I'm like when they called, I was like, nah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I don't believe that shit.
Yeah, you thought it was
And-
fake.
and they
Yeah.
sent the email. I'm like, I believe that shit. When I seen it, like he don't post it. Like they crazy. Like I can't believe it. I ain't even know I did good. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
Did you have a chance to even interact with him on any level yet, or is it just?
Nah. I guess it's just gonna be organic. You know what
I
I'm
mean,
saying?
but it says
I
something.
mean, that's an interaction though. You know what I'm saying?
No, absolutely.
Tell them folk like he want me on tour.
No,
like, that's
absolutely.
crazy.
Especially because Wayne usually only brings his artists that are signed to him
Yeah.
on tour. Like we went to
Yeah.
shows Apollo, all the opening acts were his
Wayne,
artists.
his
So
artists.
like that
Yeah.
says something that he
Yeah,
tapped
yeah,
in with
yeah.
someone that's not signed to him
Yeah.
to be on tour.
Yeah.
Was Wayne one of your favorite rappers growing up?
Yeah, my favorite rapper growing up for sure. Like he
yes.
been the best. Like
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? He everybody's favorite, whether you want him to be or not.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's actually a fact. Whether you like it or not, you're
Yeah.
Wayne's
Can't-
gonna be around.
I mean, that's obviously somebody that's been on our radios, on our televisions for years. This, you
Yeah.
can't, Lil Wayne.
Influence.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Lil Wayne's influence on the culture is incredible. But it's just for you to have Lil Wayne as the first ever,
Yeah.
bro. It don't get much better than
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
That's the blessing in itself. Let's take us back though. Because all of this happened for you kind of fast, or
Yeah, it
at least
did.
it seems. I'm pretty sure you've been at it for a while.
Yeah.
But in the last 2 years, Bellygang, your shit has gone everywhere, and everybody knows you, has heard you.
Yeah.
How has it been? How has the pace been for you? Like, because I'm sure you can feel it now. You're moving around a lot more. You're traveling more shows. How does it feel though to be like, okay, this is really happening for me now?
Man, I really just started taking rap serious. Like before 2 years ago, I was dropping like 1 song a year.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But like when I started taking it serious, I met my manager Monday, had the recipe, I had the talent. He just like, let's do it. It's crazy. Like, I'm just living in. I'm a hustler, so it's like I'm always 2 steps ahead. Like I don't even want to feel what's going on right now. I'm worrying about how to keep it going. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Are you trying to put out an album while on tour?
Yeah, I'm finna put out. I just dropped The Streets Is Yours. That going crazy.
Yeah.
It ain't left the charts. I'm finna put out the deluxe. You know what I'm saying? Then after that, definitely come an album too, for sure.
Yeah,
you're working. Now, you on tour with Wayne. In your mind, do you have the record for him that you like, I gotta get Wayne on this record?
Nah, we doing that from scratch.
Okay.
It's Wayne.
Yeah.
I ain't cooking
you don't want
up
nothing pre-cooked.
Wayne got to lead me. I can't lead Lil Wayne.
I respect that. Wayne got to lead me. I respect that.
Don't just jump on there and I thought of like, let's get in there and ride. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
But that's gonna be fire to see Bellygang on stage. I mean, just that energy. Because the crowd, you know, everybody that's there is familiar with Bellygang at this point.
Yeah.
Now, we at the BET Awards. What's some of your earliest memories of BET growing up?
Man, I just remember seeing like Lil Bow Wow win one, and I was like, dang, I can win one of them too? Like, yeah, that was crazy.
Look, back to the Bow Wow. We just sat with JD. We was just talking to JD about Joey Badass saying Bow Wow was the guy that was the person that inspired him to rap.
Yeah.
And a few other artists have been coming out saying that as of late. And then now Bellygang sitting in, the first person he says is like Bow Wow.
Man, I had the Mickey Mouse chain and everything. Like,
well, I'm trying to tell you, you're old. You don't understand what Bow Wow meant to us.
No, listen, I respect it. I'm not mad at it, but it's just I would never expect Bellygang to be like, yo, I had the
like
Mickey
you didn't
Mouse
see
chain
like
and
Mike
all
in
that.
theaters.
Yeah,
You wasn't there.
I definitely didn't see like Mike in theaters, but I understand Bow's influence. What's some other artists that you looking forward to meeting or seeing here at BET and kind of interacting with?
Man, whoever rocking with me, I'm rocking with them. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really got no specific like who I want to meet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know Wayne gonna be here though.
Yeah.
Probably Wayne for sure.
Yeah, that'd be dope to finally meet him here at BET and y'all going on the road together. So you said July?
Yeah, July what night?
30th.
July 30th, first show. Virginia?
Yeah.
Ooh,
and we
New
just
York
had
one
a
is
sold out show in Virginia last week too, like my own show.
Sold out.
Yeah.
I
You
sold
moving
out
tickets. That's why they ain't doing shit. But what's it like been working with LVRN? Because you know LVRN has smoked every R&B act. I feel like in the last 10 years. One of my favorite collectives. You being a rapper and being on LVRN may look weird on paper, but how has it been working with them?
It don't even look weird on paper to me. Like they know exactly what they doing. You know what I'm saying? Whatever type of act. You know what I'm saying? Like they know exactly what they doing. They taste incredible. And that's all me and my manager care about is taste. Like we know that's what take it up through the like the taste and emotion and the you know what I'm saying, knowing what to do and what not to do. You know what I'm saying? They like way more advanced on that. You know what I'm saying?
I told Justice that we need a Summer Walker rap verse on your next project. We need someone to rap.
Might be on the way, man. You never know.
That's fire. That's fire. Now, was it maybe about 2 weeks ago, Drewski put out a viral video.
Yeah.
And, you know, he was dressed up as the white guy in the hood. Yeah. And I immediately was like, oh, that's Bellygang. He trying to be Bellygang.
Yeah.
Now, when you saw that clip, what was your first thought? I know you
didn't think me?
No, I didn't think you, Rory. I said, oh, that's Bellygang.
Yeah.
What was your first thoughts of it? And did you speak to him after the video, after he posted the video?
Yeah, I was just, it was funny to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was funny. Like, that how it be for real. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's why he's so funny, because he do how shit really be.
He understands it, he understands it.
But nah, he DM'd me right then. What it is, JD, you all right?
He on the Magic City joint?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we just did that motherfucker.
Yeah.
But nah, he DM'd me right then, like 1,000% want you. I'm like, hell no, that entertainment. Like, I like that. Like, that brought me so much emotion. Like, I fuck with Drewski. Like, they don't post me on Coulda Been a couple times and everything.
Yeah, I fuck with Drewski. That's my guy.
Well, we appreciate having you. I know you have a few more spots to hit, and we'll definitely be at the New York show.
For real.
Thank you, man. Appreciate that, man. When you come to New York, you got to come out of the studio, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's kick it.
We'll go back to Starlets on my dime this time.
Yeah, we got to come to the studio. Once the Magic City joint drop, we coming down there to fuck with JD.
Say less.
So we definitely got to do something while we in town. Bellygang Kushinton.
Yeah.
All right. I don't even know. I feel like I should just leak our group chat and then this would get a million views.
This is a visual
That would go
group
viral.
chat. Yeah, absolutely. We are with our guys, DJ Drama Lake. How y'all feeling, family?
What's happening? Good to be here.
We got Lake on mic.
This is uncomfortable.
Yeah, he doesn't even do that.
Yeah.
This is uncomfortable.
Hold up, what the fuck? You
This is
on
very
I mean, he talks
uncomfortable.
all that LA talk. We in his city.
No, listen, man. I appreciate the guys stopping real quick, kicking it with us, man. How y'all feeling, man?
It's good to be here.
Back
you
at
know?
another BET Awards.
Yep, for another year.
How did
year.
Cannon get out of this?
He just left.
He just had to fly out. He had to,
Orlando.
yeah, he got to go to Orlando.
Orlando?
He just
Orlando.
left.
Disney World or some shit?
As weird as that sounds, yeah.
Orlando?
He has 2 destination locations, Orlando and Charlotte.
Those are his
the
get
most
out.
random
Get out.
places in the
Cool.
world.
I like Charlotte. Orlando, I've never heard somebody say I'm flying into Orlando.
Yeah.
Man. I've never heard that before.
Yeah, for
But okay,
vacation.
shout out to Cannon, man.
I know we don't have much time because you guys have to get to Sirius. One of our exes that we don't even fuck with like that. It's cool.
Dirty, man.
I was bringing up 1500 nothing. I was bringing up LVRM with people that we've sat with of labels that I don't think get the just due or the praise that they deserve. Generation Now, I think, is #1 in that lane. Like, I haven't seen what y'all gave Kai. He got that Harlow and Uzi money on his ring, on his chain. The Generation Now shit, I don't think y'all get the credit that y'all
sure.
deserve.
I appreciate it. I don't want to be #1 on that list for too much longer, though. Like, I want to get off that list.
Yeah?
I only set that up.
Not getting the
Oh,
do
okay,
list.
yes,
they're not
absolutely.
getting
Y'all
the do
don't
But
list.
financially, I mean, that's really what matters.
It's partially our fault too, though. Yeah, it's partially our
We'll take
fault.
blame.
I
Why
only
you say that?
Because I don't think we necessarily like. I think Drama and Cannon are brands in themselves,
Yeah.
and I necessarily don't do this.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
So, in the process of building themselves and for real, just working on the product, we so involved in the culture, we really don't stick our chests out too much. But I see it's kind of necessary. You know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
So, yeah.
Especially when branding a company, we know how far that goes.
Yeah.
I only set that up. I don't like to give y'all compliments. I set that up to say I like that y'all have continued after the Gangsta Grill's legacy to work with younger artists and dominate that space. Your man Timberland is trying to dominate the space with a fake fucking human being.
Shout out Timbo.
Of course, shout him out, right? How do y'all feel as people that are signing new talent at the time that you see Timbo, a legend, doing that route? We can cut it. It's fine.
I mean, hey, that's not our thing.
Yeah.
I believe in artists that have souls and, feelings and
At the very least.
stories, that
Yeah.
come from a place. So,
Yeah.
I'm still in that lane. Maybe I'm not progressive enough. I don't know.
We spoke to JD earlier, and that was kind of his thing, because they got him doing something for Grand Theft, like making a playlist and things like that. So he's like, is
Right.
that kind of the same lane? Like, this is
Right.
only
It's a little
play-
different.
It's a little
not
different.
even
That's
video game.
curation.
But I said, no, that's like a playlist
Right.
for a video game, yes,
Right.
but it's still
That's not an artist of,
Right.
of
It's an AI technology that
Right.
allows you to upload it into the game, but that's not what we're talking about. We're talking
Right.
about actual artists in that regard. With the music business shifting to the AI shit, have you been approached, Drama, about selling the Gangsta Grill's catalog, and what would that look like with the non-original beat situation?
There's been various conversations along those lines. So there's things that can happen. There's things that can't.
To be cleared, and
Yeah, for sure. But I'm still open to those conversations.
I appreciate your love for music and that you continue with this shit. I would sell that catalog and you would never see me for the rest of my fucking life.
I mean, if it was only that easy, for sure. Yeah, if it was only that
A
easy.
lot of clearance issues dealing with that.
Yeah.
But what do you guys have coming up? We love Kai. We just had him on.
Yeah,
Probably
we-
slice it together.
We appreciate you guys showing so much love and support on the show.
No,
too.
listen, I
Thank you.
wasn't familiar with his game before the whole, back and forth.
Right, the East-West
Coast,
thing.
West Coast, whatever you want to call it. But I'm happy that moment brought me to somebody like him from my city.
Absolutely.
I felt like I was slacking because that's
sure.
my type of rap.
Yeah.
So I'm
Right.
like, yo, how wasn't he on my radar already?
It takes a moment like that, though. It takes a moment like
and that's
that.
why I'm
yeah.
happy we had it. But the fact that y'all got him makes me feel good. Like, okay, the right people got
He's
him.
in good hands.
You know
Yeah,
what I mean? He's in good hands.
Right.
And as talented as Kai is, and me as a fan loves that type of signee, I feel like the majors and where the industry is now would be like, that's probably not the best move of where things are going.
Right.
Yeah.
Why make that decision?
I mean, we've always done that. If you look
Yeah,
at
they
it,
told us no to all of them.
you know, if you look at somebody like Little Uzi, a kid from Philly with purple hair that went against the grain. Then we signed a white kid from Kentucky.
Yeah,
So,
that
you know,
didn't.
we like doing that.
Yeah.
You know, it's our forte.
It's almost like if we walk in a room and they say it's gonna work, we like, yeah, something wrong.
Exactly.
Yeah,
No, that's why I was so happy that y'all have Kai with that type of talent. Because I know, you know, if he goes to a Universal or some other shit, they'll be like, nah, that boom bap shit don't sell. It's like, that's not the only thing or direction we can go with that entire
you know,
thing.
I mean, it's good. We're set up like a boutique, so you know, we have that that close knit.
How's everything with Sonny? You guys still?
Good. Sonny's good.
Yeah, Sonny's good working.
I need a Sonny project soon. That's y'all fault or that's his?
It's not ours.
Not our fault. Yeah.
We'll cut
Put
it.
out whatever you want to put out.
You don't have to cut it.
We'll
No,
cut it.
just tell you it's not ours.
Yeah.
I mean, Sonny is fire. It's
agree.
been years.
No, I agree.
All right. Well, I don't know. Should we leak some group chat shit or call it a day? I can see that.
How y'all? I can't just ask how y'all enjoying y'all time in California. It's sunny, right?
No, it's not.
No, it's
sunny today.
overcast the whole fucking time.
Have y'all seen a rat?
It's a few of them running around.
Yeah, I was about to say, is there something in here? But nobody
Is there something more to eat than Chinese food? Have y'all ate something other than Chinese
Listen,
food?
y'all know we love LA. I love LA. It's nothing like
Weeds
I never
better.
understood. LA is the closest to China, and y'all can't get Chinese food right. I never understood
We're
that.
closer to Mexico.
Yeah.
Go get a taco. You on deck? Go get a taco. This is Taco Central.
100%
Taco is a hamburger out here. Go get you a taco.
100%.
Yeah.
When can we expect the Kai project?
Cash Rules is out right now. The Deluxe is on the way. The tour is coming through New York June 18th.
We in New York. Baby's all
And then
baby's
we'll
all
be
right.
in New York with Jeezy on the
28th, June 28th at the Apollo.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
For the 20th anniversary
I
of
rarely
Thug
ask you
Motivation.
guys for passes and shit.
We got
They'll be there. Yeah, you got to get suited and booted. Yeah.
Oh, no.
They do
I'm
it like
on a
that.
suit supply for that.
Yeah.
Symphony.
Fire.
Symphony.
Because you
Yeah.
guys did that already in Atlanta,
We did it in
right?
Atlanta
Yeah,
once.
We
Yeah,
did Atlanta once, but
it's
the
a full tour.
starts at the end of June.
yeah.
Mhm.
No,
Definitely pulling up for that. Definitely got to see that.
My Grammy's best for that shit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Our guys, Lake, Drum, Generation.
Appreciate y'all.
Man, can't do this without y'all, bro. Appreciate y'all.
Cannon, enjoy Orlando.
Yeah. With no kids. Man, going to Disney with no children.
Okay, I am blessed to be with two of my favorite people from Toronto. Maul.
Yeah.
And one of my favorite artists, right?
Yeah.
My two favorite Toronto guys are together.
Absolutely. It's a Toronto thing. It's a TL thing. Absolutely.
Linked up.
We have RAAHiiM here.
Yes, sir.
Not Me is available still.
Yeah, absolutely.
Still gotta push your first album.
Absolutely. Still plug it.
I'm not gonna lie, that's one of the best verses I've ever written. So
Nah, shit is that
Song
one's
is
different.
crazy. Song
That
is
one is
crazy.
different.
appreciate y'all, man.
It's nice to see you out in LA. I know
I live here now.
you're as it's funny.
You
We're
live
just,
here now?
Yeah.
Oh,
I live
shit.
here
wait,
now.
when the fuck that happened?
Last year, but I was in Toronto so much. That,
Okay,
like,
because last 3 times I was in Toronto, he was there. Yeah, all right.
yeah.
It's funny we're talking about Saint about how antisocial he is.
Big fan, by the way. Huge
Saint
fan.
is
yeah,
amazing.
Yeah.
You're also on that top 5 list of the most antisocial fucking artists I've ever met in my life. Ra is one of the greatest writers, makes some of the greatest music.
Thank you.
He just don't be fucking with people.
You don't be around.
Like, it's not.
If he kissed babies and like went out and did a lot of that shit, which I know would make him uncomfortable, so his peace of mind is better. It would be a little different. I feel like I
I'm
just
doing
know
it
you're
now.
not gonna do that.
I'm doing it now. I'm doing
Okay.
it now. I mean, I'm here. You know.
I'm
That's
shocked
the
to
start.
see you here.
That's the start. That's the start.
you know?
Yeah.
Get the
I'm here.
do rag on though.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Now I'm about to go to Turkey, so you know.
Listen.
You going to get it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm about to get right.
Whole new person. You're gonna be acting totally different now.
When this goes,
Yeah, it's over.
you know, when I got money, there'll be signs.
There'll be signs.
There'll be a sign.
My hairline will be right here, right above my eyebrows.
Yeah.
I mean, shit. Even when I got the shit under my eyes to take out all the puffiness and Amara, I say, yo, throw all that shit in my hair, please.
Help me out.
Hit me with that needle real
Yeah.
quick. But where we at with new music? What is the current state of everything? RAAHiiM, our fan base in particular, especially our cult fan base, has been a huge fan of you since 2016.
Yo, you guys have been supporting me since I was like a 16-year-old kid in high school, and I think like that's incredible.
Yeah.
The new album is done.
Okay.
I wrapped it up not too long ago, just in the middle of like rollout stuff, we're doing the tour with Jesse. So I got to prepare for that because
That's dope.
big fucking stages. So
And shit, Jesse's album,
yeah.
insane.
She one of them ones.
Yeah.
They listen, like,
For a while, she's been one of them ones.
And she could bar up your favorite rapper.
Yeah.
not
Like,
a lot
no,
of people
no.
know that.
For real.
Yeah.
I don't want to make this comparison, but just penmanship. She reminds me of like, you guys remember when Amy Winehouse was like, I'm gonna write just a rap album?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Jesse's one of those artists where if she said, yo, tomorrow I'm gonna write a rap album, I believe it would be one of the most fire albums we've heard.
That's crazy.
And even like for up and coming artists that are listening to this now, what Jessie has been doing on Instagram with each of her records with the visuals is like a masterclass of how you can keep your integrity during a rollout and still play the social media game. Like Jessie has been smoking that. I didn't even know you were doing the tour. I love that. Like that's fire.
So that's been my dog for like 10 years. So I just texted her. I asked her. She was like, of course, I would love to have you. So it's a beautiful opportunity. I get to put reps up and just practice being like a great performer and a great artist. So I'm grateful.
Can you explain the, I guess, group in Toronto at the time where it was you, Daniel from Division, 85, like you guys had this academy where everybody was there. Jesse, I think, was involved with it as well.
Oh, Remix Project.
Remix Project.
Yeah, so Remix Project was like an incubator program for artists, visual artists, managers. Daniel was actually the teacher there. So I credit a huge chunk of like my understanding of music to Daniel and 85. Like they did a lot to like just coach me through the process. Jesse and I were in the same round and that's how I met her. But a lot of great artists came out of there. I think Daniel Caesar's from there.
Yep.
Wonder Girl's from there. Francis got heat. There's people I'm missing.
Was
So
Audrey in that as well?
Audrey was in there. Shantel May was in there.
Yeah.
Like most of Toronto artists in some way, shape, or form pass through there. But like even on the business side, like my entire team is all Remix alumni, but it's not from 1 year. It's over the span of like 10 years.
That's fire.
So.
Yeah, I think it's important to note like how Canada actually takes care of the creatives there. Like outside of what you were in, I've heard Daniel Caesar talk about the first bit of money he got was off a grant from Canada for artists. Like if you are a creative and can prove that, they will give you money to fund your first project. Like you don't need necessarily sign your life away to a label just to get a budget. Like Canada really takes care of its creatives.
They do, and it, you know, a huge chunk of that just comes from like seeing the success of those that came before. You know, like the Weekends, the Biebers, the Drakes, the Parties. Like they saw what could be, especially when like OVO Fest and Veld come around. They're like, oh, like we can really like harness the culture here, and so they put a lot of money in it. And like the artists themselves, this era, I would say, were the most friendliest and the most cliquey. Like everybody knows each other. Like, you know, Savannah Ray's, that's my dog. Like I go to her house for Christmas dinner type shit. Like so just having that like camaraderie and that connection, like it makes the creative process incredible. It makes it easier. So.
Are you gonna put releasing on hold while you're on tour with Jesse, or
hell no?
It's letting the clip go?
Listen, the album's done and I started the next one. Like I'm so focused. I'm obsessed with competing now. Like before it was very much like, oh, I just want to make good music. I think I figured that out. Now I'm like, okay, I want to compete. Like I want to be the guy where like, you know, people hear what you have. Like I hate the like, oh, you're that artist, I love this. Like no, you should know exactly who I am, what I worked on, where I made this from. And like that's my kind of like my driving force right now. So
I may or may not have gotten a link in January of the album. How much of that is still on there?
I don't know.
That means not much.
No. Not much. I say I don't know because I've made so much music since January and the album went through so many different versions. I have no idea.
Is that part of the process all the time? Like with your projects, like does it constantly change?
Unless someone's over my shoulder telling me to shut up and stop.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll kind of just obsess over it.
You don't know when to turn it off, the creative.
No.
Yeah.
If I could, if I didn't have a deadline, I'd still be working on it.
Okay.
Like, you know, but it's also a hindrance to your success.
Yeah.
Because greatest advice I ever got was from Jesse's manager, Ruiz. He said
he was the one that sent me the link, by the way.
Yeah, he was like, yo, you'll never be ready. It'll never be perfect. You'll never have that moment where you're like, you figured it out. So I just put that away. I was like, it doesn't matter. Like, just get the music out.
Yeah.
We were just talking with Jazzy about people that
Another amazing writer.
yeah,
Oh my
incredible.
God. Love
People
Jazz.
that end up behind the scenes. And you know, when I found your project on SoundCloud in 2015, 16, whatever the
remember
fuck
that.
that was, of how excited I was. I think I was trying to, I was like, yo, I know this A&R, like I'm trying to get you a fucking deal. Like loved your music. And then I know you ended up, you know, signing a pub deal and everything you were doing with 85
Yeah.
and then started writing for everybody.
Yeah.
Then I remember I was outside a Palooza show in Boston and you hit me on Twitter and were like, yeah, I think I'm probably gonna put music out again. This was when I think Peeje you had put out.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, he's gonna try to make music again as an artist. Did
Yeah.
you get trapped in that writing camp style for that long?
No.
And
No.
not focused on you as an artist?
No, the camp style actually saved me a little bit. So, not to get too dark, but like my mother passed away and I had kind of like just quit. Not literally, I was still creating, but the drive wasn't there. I didn't have a passion. Life just got very left.
Yeah.
And, you know, 85 kind of took me under his wing. He mentored me, he taught me a lot about the business, about like just being a great artist, making great art. And, you know, he just pushed me to put albums out again, put music out again. So I was actually at a camp in Miami when we dropped Peak. He had 3 other artists there and we did all 3 albums in like 7 days. Like it was me, Alan Ritter, 85, and a bunch of other
Alan
kids.
is incredible.
Listen,
Shout out to Alan.
and I'm the new guy in the room.
Yeah.
So the fact that he gave me that shot and that opportunity was like incredible. So yeah.
Yeah. No, because I wasn't sure if you got caught up in that entire thing. And we never even had that conversation behind the scenes.
I did, in the sense where I became obsessed with wanting to be like a Pharrell or like a Party.
Yeah.
Like I really wanted to prove that like I could create something outside of myself. And I liked the idea of channeling another artist's energy, their persona, their character that they portray on the mic, because it makes you better and it makes you understand yourself better. The only thing that ever happened was I got disappointed when songs didn't come out. Like I've had so many like, oh, this is the life-changing record. You sign the contract and then nothing happens. And you're like, all right. But outside of that, nah, because I've always wanted to be the artist. So,
Well, full project, when can we expect?
full project in the fall.
Okay.
Right after the tour is done. You know, I'm gonna try and get back out on the road again for another run come January. And man, it's gonna be different. This one's a little different.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Nah, I
I'm
love
excited.
it. Also, one of the shadiest tweeters of all time.
What?
Cause I know your pen. You be saying 3 words, and I know the whole paragraph he meant by that shit.
Yeah. I get
No, quietly, he's one of the greatest tweeters if you know his brain.
I get a lot of flack for not tweeting full thoughts. Like,
I know what you be saying.
you know,
Let's just keep it there. Yeah. If you know, you know.
he
Yeah.
gets it.
Well, thank you both coming from Canada.
Listen, man.
I appreciate it.
My Canadian brother right here, man. All love. Always,
connect.
always, always.
My guy, Ra, thank you.
Yes, brother.
All right, Rory, you are back at the BET Awards 2025. We get to talk to some of our favorites. And this next gentleman that we are talking to, and I don't use the word legend lightly, but he is a legend in every sense of the word.
Come on.
Somebody that has carved his own lane and has done things that has inspired, I think, anybody that has ever tried to do anything. He's the definition of, if you can think it, you can be it, do it, keeping it in a home team, keeping it literally at home. We are with the talented, the phenomenal, the incredible LaRussell.
Come on, man.
How you feeling, fam?
That's the intro.
How you feeling, man?
Man, I'm well.
It's good. Always good to see you.
Yeah.
Your energy is infectious. Anytime I get a chance to see you in person, I love it. I appreciate everything that you do for the culture, man.
What is it about the Bay and independence? Because I feel like the Bay for decades has represented independence from the gate. Even Master P going up to the Bay on his independent shit. Everything E40 has done. Why is that in your DNA? That everything has to be homegrown, independent?
I think it's because it's infrastructurally deprived. You feel me? Like when you don't have anyone, like there's no labels, there's no movie studio, none of that existed in the Bay. Like Empire is just now creating that for it to exist. So when you don't have it, you figure out how to go get it if you really want it. You hear me?
Right. How important was it, LaRussell, for you to probably hear a lot of no's? Because I think that sometimes we hear no's, we get discouraged, we start having, we doubt ourselves and things like that. I feel like you took your no's and was like, don't worry about it. we're gonna do it at the crib. And literally did it with the family, did it with the team, and at the crib. Is it important for you think on your journey to hear no's?
Yeah, I think it's necessary. You gotta hear both, because sometimes your no is what you need to adjust to get a yes. Because the no don't mean never. The no just mean not right now. You feel me? It don't mean never at all. And that's something I had to learn for myself and change, because I used to think no's meant never, and it hit me different and affect me differently. But when you realize it's like sometimes the no, like, hey, don't walk. The car is coming.
Right.
You feel me? And it's just adjusting to that. And as an artist, you got to remember that. Like, you just got to keep grinding and adjust.
I feel like, a lot of artists now, especially ones that want to be independent, have to know how to use social media, obviously, and how to promote their music, which is tough because artists used to be able to just be artists. They could do that and someone else would sell it. Now you have to have both of those things, both sides of the brain. What would be your advice to artists now in marketing themselves? Because I think you're probably the perfect example of how to take music and put it on Instagram in an effective way, where a lot of people struggle with that.
I think the best way, at least starting to just get your name spreading, is do what you want to do. Like, I wanted to rap, so I was on there rehearsing, live streaming my rehearsals, clipping my rehearsals. So if you went on my page, you're gonna see me rap. There's rappers where if you go on there, I don't know if you rap or not. You feel me? Sometimes niggas in the fact, but if you rap and it's like, oh, I want to rap and I want people to know I rap, then rap, clip it. I tell singers, like some of the singers that's in our network, I'm like, bro, just start singing covers and record it. If you sing great and somebody hear you singing Etta James and it's sounding crazy, you could just be sitting in your room. It's going to eventually go. But you got to do it 100 times. But I think whatever the thing is, just do that over and over, and that spread start to happen naturally. Then you can expand it. But I think that's the start right there. Is like, shoot.
Yeah. One of the things that I love about LaRussell, and I always talk about, rest in peace, Hovain.
Absolutely.
When LaRussell was in New York, his first live show in New York and in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
We pulled up.
That was the last time I saw Hovain in person. We had spoken days before everything happened. But, that was the last time I saw him in person. Was
absolutely rest in peace, Hovain.
Yeah.
We pulled up to LaRussell's show, and the one thing that I was blown away by was that you were at the door saying what's up to everybody that came in and purchased a ticket to come see you perform. That was one of the most incredible, most humbling experiences that I'm like, yo, he's at the, so Russell, bro, LaRussell's at the door.
Hilarious.
Saying what's up to everybody that walks in before he goes on stage and performs. What is it about you that's just a part of who you are naturally? Like, because a lot of people don't have that in them to even think, yo, I'm going to stand here and say what's up to everybody that walks in and then go perform. What is it about LaRussell that says, yo, I want to see and shake everybody's hands that comes and supports my brand?
Man, one, that was the early days, so it was like, nigga, we doing our job. We need help. I can only travel with so many back then, so like, I'm part of the staffing group too. I'm doing my job. I just happen to be me. You feel me? But it's like that part, and then beyond that, it's like it breaks down the energy in the room. You know, like coming to a concert is already puts you in a certain atmosphere. And I like the people at my shows to feel a certain way. So if you greet me on the way in, you feel good going into it to where you want to support, you want to dance, you want to cheer, and just like acknowledging the people who spending their paper for me to do what I do. Like, that's necessary. It ain't no way you're going to walk in this building after spending your hard-earned money to support me and I'm going to not see you, not say nothing. That just don't make sense.
And I think just attached to how you built that community, outside of being a great rapper, you've made everyone feel like they was part of the crew.
Part of the process.
This is it. Like,
and it allows me to move around the room comfortably. Like, I don't like when people act like I'm this big thing and they all low, but that's because it's so few and far between that they get those experiences. But me, I'm always there. So it just becomes a normalcy to where people just let me move, like my backyard and shit. People don't really ask me for pictures during the thing because they know I'm here. I'm home.
You're going to be here.
I get to break that down to, like, I get to be human again when I do that shit.
What was it like the first conversations with the family when you gave them the idea that that's what you wanted to do at the house? Like, how hard was it to convince the fam, like, no, we're going to do this in the backyard? Like, what was those early conversations about?
It wasn't hard at all because I was gonna do it anyway. It was like it was nothing nobody could tell me. It was gonna happen. And after that, you know, the convo started having. I'm like, okay, how many people gonna be here? Okay, what do we need to do to make? Because we all live here. What we, you know, and we work through all that. And it's a lot. Like when you grow up, where I grow up, like you naturally got an inclination of like, bruh, this is unsafe. You feel me? My parents were like, you ain't going to house parties because we know what's going to go on. You feel me? So our goal is to build a safe environment, and we know the risks that come with that, where we from and where we at. But, you know, I remember telling my pops, like, this is something that I think is worth the risk, and I'm willing to what I wish to accomplish to me has more value than the life that I'm living. Like I was really willing to risk that for that. I thought it was something special, and it changed the world, it changed our life.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of the purist hip hop critics would say somebody with your rapping ability should put out one album, disappear for 2 years, come back, put out another album. Why has it been so important for you to have such a crazy output in the amount of music that you do put out per year?
Man, I think they're critics for a reason. Yeah. You know, you're not on the court.
Yeah. Right.
Like it be insane. There's no other sport where you encourage the players to not go hard.
Yeah.
If Curry got in the game every game and you like, no, just drop 2 points today.
Right.
Nigga, what you talking about?
Right.
I want 50 every time this nigga get on the court.
Right.
But when it come to rap, it's like, no, slow down and let the engine. I don't want to do that. And if that's the pace you work at, great. But that's not the pace I'm working at. I'm making shit I love. I want to share what I love. It's not me like, I'm not trying to win niggas over with my art.
Right.
I'm literally like sharing the thing that feels good to me. And you can't tell me it's too much.
Right.
Have you feel it's benefited in the streaming era to have that output? Yeah. Yeah.
Nigga, I own 40 albums that pay me every month.
Yep.
Like that's real estate. That's like home. My music pays me what some people's home pay them for rent.
Yeah.
So if I got 40 houses, nigga, you feel me?
Right.
And all of my team, this man came onto my team, didn't even know what a royalty share was or a split, and now every month he get 1,000. You feel me? Just to be a part of building it. So. Man, you know, anyone who thinks differently is because they haven't been on the other side of it to benefit.
How long did it take you to learn that process? Like not being fully on a major or having some like high profile manager that could teach you about that. What was that road like figuring out what splits were, royalties, everything that you do after you upload to TuneCore?
Man, I had got 2 books. One was The New Music Business by RAAHiiM, and one was I think like Everything You Need to Know by Donald Passman. And those 2 books really taught me a lot about touring different sectors. And then I end up seeing a video by Brent Fire's manager, Ty Baisden.
Ty
and
incredible.
It changed and then I end up getting to connect with him and you know,
Ty's that guy.
Man, so it's been a culmination of things, but those 2 books and Ty's game really like set me off on a path, and I learned a lot from doing it wrong. Like I was I wasn't doing shit right. I was giving too much, you feel me? Like I really had to learn what works for me and makes sense.
I mean, since you bring up Ty, you know, I think what Brent has done independently with STEM and then United Masters has been incredible. I don't think he gets enough praise.
Historic.
What other artists do you look at and think are up on the level of what you are doing? Who do you admire as a peer? Like
Nipsey.
Okay.
Nipsey, E40. E40 is one of the greatest independent pioneers to ever like just do. Like he even do his business and outside, you know. Nip 40. I'm from the Bay, so really a lot of the niggas I seen coming up, that was they role and route. Jay Stalin had a huge independent empire. Like just on the turf, I witnessed it. You know, I was a part of it. Like niggas they was dropping 10, 20 albums. You feel me? I always had new Messy Mar music, new Stalin music. So that's really that's what I know.
Yeah. And I mean, Mac Dre was completely independent as well. Like, what was the label that Game was signed to? He went up to the Bay first. I forgot. It wasn't with New Jersey Devil, but it was another independent. I feel like a lot of the independent stuff, all Little Brother stuff, independently came from the Bay. It's something about the Bay when it comes to we not signing a fucking deal.
It's the hustle.
It's hustle.
We willing to go out there and tell everybody. You know, I think that's the difference now in like today's artists. Everybody isn't like, sometimes they think it's corny to like tell people that you got something going on, but in the Bay, Nigga, we'll catch you out. Hey, I got this and you got that.
Yeah.
What's happening?
Yeah.
A few months ago, when the All-Star game hit the Bay Area, Maul and I were discussing it when Jello went up there and did his performance. I don't even want to get into that, but what we did bring up was, hey, that probably would have been better if that was a LaRussell performance in the Bay.
And we found out that you actually did perform, but we didn't see that.
Yeah.
So I had to come back. I was like, he did perform All-Star Weekend, so they did give him a spot.
But
they didn't give him that spot.
Yeah, they didn't
Russell
give
should
him
have had that spot.
I did talk to a few other Bay artists throughout the months after that, and they felt like the NBA didn't really respect the Bay artists the way that they should have during that weekend, which, happens with corporations. You see with Super Bowl, you see with All-Star Weekend. But, I mean, was that something that weekend that you felt amongst some of the other artists, or that the Bay was not really represented?
No, I was there in it, and man, the Bay was really, really taken care of and looked out for amongst organizations coming in. Like they really, like a lot of my peers and homies, like no, they really showed that love. They showed that love. Were there some parts that were like, this could have been chosen better, like the Jello thing. It's like, but it's also like they own that. Right. Nigga, you got to get your own if you want to make those decisions and calls. And like I felt the way after it was like, bro, I'm grateful that they even consider this the fucking NBA. I used to watch the All-Star from the couch. The fact I was even considered was like, and sometimes that's just your stepping stone. Like they had to see what it's like to work with me before they even give me that. Even though, he was new to it. But it's like, we don't own it. So I can't have no complaint.
What's your wildest dream, LaRussell? Because you strike me as somebody that pause. But like, what's something that creatively you think about all the time that you haven't done that you like? That's the one thing that I have to conquer. Like, what's the biggest goal for LaRussell?
Man, I'm building Disney, Nike, and Amazon, culturally and musically. Like, I'm gonna have the Coachella. That's like the biggest fest in music, but you get to experience music in a way you don't experience elsewhere. Like there's a reason people come see the OGs with me versus standard shows because it's different. Right. Seeing Life Jennings with my band and how we create and the energy we build is different. Like we go to a lot of concerts and shit, and it's like, man, that just the vibe, it's not the same as being, what we cultivate. Just on that end and on business, like we do merch offer base and shows offer base. There's people who get in my shows for $1. Some people pay $1,000. Like this hasn't existed. I'm gonna do an arena show where it's like, no, you could pay what works for you, and we gonna figure it out. And just like, man, just building this world that fits the ethics and morals that I feel like align and make sense for me. You feel me?
Yeah. Is there any more Hit Boy and LaRussell music on the way?
Any more what?
Hit Boy and LaRussell music on the way.
Come on, we ain't made it yet, but me and Hit, we don't ever plan those. Like both of those albums was made in one day. Like we just get in and we play and like literally 6 hours.
Whatever we in. And
it's documented. So we don't really plan on like we just end up getting together and it happened. Yeah. So I for sure.
That was definitely one of my favorite collabs that you've done.
I love it.
That shit.
I love it.
Definitely want to hear more from that. Also, the artists you've put on, some of my favorite music discoveries have come from your IG page. I love it. Malachi?
Yes.
Malachi is one of the most talented new rappers that I've heard in quite some time.
Right.
And makes like songs. The songs are good. He's not just rapping good.
Yes.
And then who's the
Shantel?
Shantel is incredible.
Yes.
Like there's a lot of upcoming Bay music right now that I'm excited for.
Man, and we cultivating it. And it's bigger than the Bay and the region. Like I'm really like, bro, I make global music. Like some people just hear the slaps and they associate it here, but if you dig into the catalog and hear the music, like we talking about real life and real experience, is way bigger than just a region or a coast.
Now we at the BET Awards 2025, LaRussell. Before we get you out of here, what's some of your earliest memories of watching BET at the crib?
Man, I got a ton. Rap City, The Basement, 106. One of my favorite moments, though, it was a BET Award, the Michael Jackson one, of course. But it was a BET Awards where Lil Jon and the East Side is closed out, like going into the closing credits, and it's like
it was a party.
And it's bro, it was the greatest shit ever. It's funny because this year awards, they sent the thing and it was like it's black tie and formal, and I was like, nigga, what happened to the throwback jerseys and the hats, nigga? Like, where the BET? You feel me? mean? Like that's us, but that's one of that shit live in my head. Just the feeling and the energy. It felt like the backyard before I had it. They was like, bro, this is real. These real humans doing what they do, not somebody trying to conform, but they really being them.
Right. Yeah. Right. No. Well, we want to thank you, LaRussell, for stopping by, kicking it with us, man. It's always a pleasure seeing you. Next time you're in New York, you got to stop by. You got to get an in-studio proper sit down with my guy, LaRussell. Always good seeing you. Good luck the rest of the way. BET Awards 2025, the legend, LaRussell.
You heard?
All right, Rory, we are back at the BET Awards 2025.
I can already see the excitement in your face.
Man, because y'all know this is my peoples right here. Every week I'm giving an update on the show. People don't actually believe that I watch Baddies.
You are the
I am
biggest
the official Baddies correspondent. Listen, this young lady here, I don't sit down and watch TV for many people, but Diamond the Body is must-see TV.
You clear your schedule.
I clear my schedule. Sunday nights, listen, I got my plan. I know what time the food gonna be ready. I gotta be in front of the TV to watch Zeus, because Diamond the Body gonna whoop somebody ass every Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern.
But I may have you beat because I did order the Zeus security t-shirts from my crib.
Yeah, you did. He got the Zeus security. I didn't get the merch yet, but we got DTB, Diamond the Body here. Your first ever BET Awards. How you feeling?
I'm feeling amazing. Like, I can't believe I'm here.
I can't believe you. I looked up and saw I was like,
how beautiful your hands look after all this.
No, Diamond be, listen, now we got Clarissa Shields coming. So,
all right, well,
I'm just saying, no, I'm just saying if we get, listen, if we get DTB and Clarissa together, get them a show, get some training, but we don't want it, because if you never seen it, Rory, Diamond be whooping ass.
Have I seen?
She be whooping ass. I'm waiting to catch the episode tonight.
I've never seen her drop her left.
She been walking around with the neck pillow for the plane. She been acting like her neck is broke, walking around, and I think she capping. I think she doing that to kind of lure them bitches to sleep and make them think that she hurt. Diamond ain't hurt. She on there kicking ass every Sunday. How you feeling? You look great. First of all, how was your first BET Awards? How's the experience for you?
It's amazing. Like, I dreamed of this. So
yeah.
It's like, I don't even know what to say. Like, I'm just so excited.
Yeah.
Here. I'm just happy to be in the room.
I know, Natalie's everyone's homie. Do you feel like she should have scrapped in the season finale? Well, not the finale, but the
audition?
The reunion. Yeah.
Oh, the reunion. Absolutely.
She let me down. Like, I was a little just like, I felt like it was time to step in the ring.
Diamond walked out, hugged her, and then slapped out. I almost dropped the plate. I was like, wait, hold up, what just happened? I thought it was all loud.
You had to rewind.
Yeah, I was like, why Diamond stalled off like that? I didn't understand what was going on. But how has it been with the ladies? I mean, obviously the Baddies brand, what y'all are doing, to me is must-see TV. I laugh. Y'all keep me laughing every weekend. But how has it been traveling with the ladies and just getting all this notoriety, meeting people that you see on TV all the time, and actually finally being here at the BET Awards?
So the thing is, I'm actually a rapper.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, with the platform, I just basically use the platform to get the audience, and then I promote my music.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm really doing here. Just promoting my new single just came out. It's called In My Pockets.
In My Pockets.
Yes.
I gotta stream that.
Yeah.
I gotta stream that.
Got to.
Yeah. Have you seen anybody here at the BET Awards so far that you want to collab with, that you're a fan of, that you've been dying to meet?
LaRussell, I love
We just
him.
had LaRussell sitting down.
No, like,
did you exchange info? Did y'all?
No.
Well, you gotta get a joint with LaRussell. What you mean?
I took a picture.
Nah, I'm gonna make the connection happen.
Okay.
I'm gonna make it happen. I'm gonna get DTB and LaRussell on the song together.
Watch him. Like, I really,
LaRussell's incredible.
He's inspiring.
He's incredible.
Like,
He's incredible.
He keeps me going.
Yeah, he's incredible.
Sometimes I go to his page and I'm like, okay, more content.
So how was your music now? How was the process now with what you creating? I mean, obviously you're busy doing everything with Zeus and the Baddies, but are you still taking the same amount of time, if not more, to kind of like focus on the music?
What I noticed is I have to utilize all my time. So what I started doing is I started writing on the plane, because before I used to sleep on the plane.
Okay.
And I'm like, sometimes the flights is 5 hours. I'm like, that's 5 hours of my life that I'm just wasting.
Yeah.
I always say I don't have no time. I have time on the plane.
Yeah.
Don't go to sleep. Stay up. Do something productive. So that's what I've been doing. I've been trying to like write music on the plane. I actually wrote In My Pockets on the plane.
Fire.
Love it.
What's some of your earliest memories of BET growing up? Like, what was you watching on
106
BET?
in Park.
Uh-huh.
Which era were you?
AJ and Free.
Okay.
AJ and Free.
I'm a little old. I just look like this.
Yeah.
I'm seasoned.
you give the Bow Wow era. But yeah, AJ and Free, that was my favorite era.
Yeah, absolutely. I love 106 in Park. And just Baby Boy.
Yeah, it's playing every week. Every week you turn the BET. If you turn the BET right now, Baby Boy is on right now.
Absolutely.
They may air it instead of the awards.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So what are you looking forward to from here on out for Dama? What can we expect from DTB?
Next year, I want to be in a category. I want to be winning an award.
Okay.
Talk to existence.
Absolutely.
There
Best
you go.
new artist.
Best
Love
new
that.
artist,
Let's do
DTB.
it. Yeah.
Can we ask a favor of you before you leave?
Yes.
Is there any way, at minimum just Maul, but both of us with Bobby Lights at the reunion in the crowd doing commentary?
Oh, absolutely.
I got you.
I'll call Lemmy right
Like-
now.
I got to.
No,
I got to be
absolutely.
there. I got to be
We
there.
talk
I'm
about that
tuned
on
in
our
every
pod.
week.
It's
Constantly.
different when you see it live. It's actually better because the cameras don't
Oh, I
catch
bet it
everything.
Oh, I bet it
Like
is.
when
See,
I
that's what.
slapped Natalie, it was so much better in real life. I feel like they didn't capture
You
the
can feel how
essence of it.
satisfied.
Like it was like it looked weaker than it really was.
Yeah.
Like the cameras are so far. Like,
Yeah, you was like, no, I really got it. I really got
yeah,
it.
I did.
Well,
But
listen.
shout out to Natalie though.
Shout out to
because-
Natalie.
for sure,
Shout out
for
to
sure.
Natalie and the
Platform,
baddie and the rest of the baddies. Shout out to the
Absolutely.
entire baddies team.
Shout
Listen,
out to Lemmy.
shout out to Lemmy. Next time you're in New York, you got to come by the studio. We got to do a
Absolutely.
proper in-studio session with you.
Absolutely.
We want to really sit down and kick it with you and talk everything baddies, everything DTB, music, everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
BET
absolutely.
Awards 2025, DTB, Diamond the Body.
And then she has to fight Demaris at the end.
Thank you so much.
Maul, staying with the theme of the day, where
Fam,
day,
it's a
day
family
2 has
affair.
been a family affair.
It's a family affair.
We have the incredibly talented, one of the best vocalists that I have heard of this era,
Ooh.
coming off Triggered, but I'm here. Which to me is one of the best album titles, and to me, a candidate for the best R&B album of this year. We have the amazing Shantel May. How are you?
Hey, how
How
are
you
guys
feeling?
doing? I'm feeling good. I'm so excited to be here.
It's your first BET
That
Awards?
did not give I'm excited to be here whatsoever.
Listen, guys, this is a problem that me and my label struggle with all the time. They'll be like, "Are you happy?" I'm like, "Yeah," and they're like, "Are you sure?" And I'm like,
Are you sure?
"No, I
It didn't
am."
sound like sounds like you're triggered.
Is this your first BET Awards?
I haven't been to the actual awards, but I've been here. I've done
the
like the
media
media
room?
room,
Okay.
and all the other stuff during
Yeah.
the week.
Okay.
But yeah,
How you feeling? It's good to see you.
I feel really good. I'm so happy that I'm sitting down with you guys because honestly, like I don't like the interviews, but I know you guys.
Yeah, so it's different. The vibe, the energy's a little different over
Yeah.
here.
What have some of the questions been with the complete strangers that you've had to sit with for some of the media room stuff? Like when they look at the sheet or like whatever they're given from the publicist, what do they ask?
How's Toronto? What's the food like? Do you know Drake? The typical things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know Drake?
How has post promo been with the album? Because I feel like now in this era, post promotion is more important than the rollout. How has that been, and how have you been approaching that?
For me, it's been like personally, it's been a little bit stressful because like I thought, hey,
Jim Jones.
I'm gonna text you.
yeah, like so leading up and doing the album, like I'm like, okay, we're putting in the work. And then the album comes out and I'm like, oh damn, like now we're actually putting in the work. And it's just like always trying to find like cool ways to still promote something that's already out that you should still be pushing, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm not the most creative with that sort of thing. Like I'm a singer, I sing, right? So it's been a little difficult, but like I think it's still going in.
I mean, I think the visuals you have done have been great. Have you been hands-on with the treatments of that and how everything looks? And
you know what? This is like the first time like I haven't really been that hands-on with the treatments. I did want to get like outside perspectives and like new ideas. Because I just feel like sometimes I can be a little bit bossy and I might miss a really cool vision that I might still, can we swear? Fuck with. Yeah.
you can swear, it's fine.
Fuck.
We had Ra on yesterday,
Hey.
and we were talking about the academy that all of you guys came up in.
Remix project.
Yeah, remix project, and how important that is to Toronto and the sound that has come out and the artists.
Yeah.
And just how shitty we are in America at taking care of creatives and harnessing them, and even, the way Daniel Caesar got a grant for his first project from Canada. How important was that in your upbringing to have?
Like the remix project?
Yeah.
I think it was super important. Like when I first started the remix project, I was like giving up on music. I had given it all I got already. And then when I went to the remix project, like it really sparked that fire back into me. And I got to meet so many amazing people that led me to opportunities that eventually led me to things like this. So I think it's really, really important to like have the remix project and have other programs like that as well.
We were sitting with RAAHiiM yesterday, right?
Yeah, RAAHiiM.
And he was talking about the remix. It's incredible the amount of people that have come out of that project, the things that they're doing, and a lot of them are still working together collectively.
Yeah.
It's just amazing what that organization was able to do for Toronto.
Yeah.
We have to ask, you know, Daniel from Division is a friend of the show. That's our guy. What's his teacher swag like?
His teacher swag?
Because he was a teacher there from my understanding at some point. Like, does he show up in the teacher polo? Like, what's?
No.
Shantel said no.
Did he wheel the TV in when he was hungover? Like, what?
Yeah, y'all gonna watch this for an hour and leave me alone.
Yeah.
We'll handle stacks tomorrow.
Yeah,
Right. Nah, like he was just himself. He's just Daniel. He would come, show up. You know, if you needed help with something, like he was the first one to help you, and he would do it quick. There's a lot of things that I learned from Daniel, so I'm so grateful for that experience. And like, I think because like he was doing his artistry during like being a teacher, like it taught a lot of us a lot of different things. And like he was doing like trips and stuff back and forth. I guess here, wherever he was going, and like he would be able to share the insight with us during the program. So
how do you feel about the Jermaine Dupri signing of Division that I believe was announced 3-4 days ago?
Yeah, a few days ago. It's official.
I think it's cool. I think that's something that Daniel specifically, I'm not sure about.
It makes sense.
P and them, but that's definitely something that I know that he probably wanted.
Yeah.
So, bop.
Right.
Congrats.
Yeah.
Would you attribute the weather in Toronto to the sound and dominance of R&B that Toronto has given, I think, in this era? Because even if an artist is not from Toronto, the sound has changed completely and everyone is bit off y'all sonics.
Okay, thank you for saying that.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. That's not even a...
Y'all heard
that's
that?
not a secret.
Every fucking
Because I feel like...
sounds like 40 cents, even in the R. Like, this shit is very much... I always say a lot of hip-hop, Houston, we have to go in this new era, is the ones with hip-hop. And I think Toronto with R&B is... their fingerprints are on everything.
I know that's right.
Does that come because the Scarborough Mall is like awful, or is it because of the weather? Like, what do you like? Where does this darkness come from?
The Scarborough Mall.
Too much.
And which one are we talking about? Damn.
Whatever one has the nasty food court.
Oh damn.
But I was there for good reason.
Damn.
But yeah, what's the energy in the city when you were coming up in the R&B scene? Because clearly your fingerprints are over everything.
Yeah, for me it was like super moody, super dark. And like you're saying, like you can tell in our music that that's where that comes from. I think a lot of it too, for me specifically, I will say, is like I grew up in certain areas and I feel like a lot of that's put into my music specifically, but I do hear that in like other artists' music. So I think the moodiness, the environment, and the weather, for sure.
I believe the town is Ajax. Is that a town?
Yeah,
okay,
just outside of Toronto.
So when I found out Boy Wonder, Diesel, and T Minus all went to the same high school at the same time.
Right?
Yeah.
Said, what the wait?
Yeah.
Right?
Did we research this high school and what the fuck is going on over here? How does that
Right.
even happen?
I'm saying like we got a lot of talent.
It is a lot of talent
We just don't have like
Toronto.
the spaces like this.
Yeah.
So it's like a little bit more difficult for us to get our names out there and like really bust. Like if we had this, I feel like we would be so dominant in the industry right now.
Yeah. Are you thinking deluxe or moving on to the next project?
I'm thinking moving on to the next project.
Yeah, I hear that.
But still listen to Trigger Boy here.
Of course.
Yeah, still stream that. Don't forget about that one. Yeah.
There's a lot of gems on there, but I'm right now I'm in the process of moving on to bigger things.
What have you been listening to, inspired by? What's starting with a blank canvas for the new project?
This is like my least favorite question because it's always going to be the same thing. Like I don't listen to new music and it's really bad.
Oh, I didn't mean new music of new
What you
artists,
mean?
just in general of being inspired of what this next project is going to sound like. It could be old music. It could be,
I've been listening to a lot of Brandy.
Okay.
Listening to a lot of Mariah Carey, like her big ballads.
Yeah.
Just a lot of like sweet girl music. Like there's a different side of me that I'm trying to show now that I got my toxicity out.
You trying to show the sweet girl side?
Yes. Why are you laughing?
Because
listen.
No. Because I really think you are a sweet girl. I think if people don't know you, you can come across, if they're not used to being around women like that, they're But you are an extremely sweet person.
I'm extremely sweet.
But I can see why people would say you're not.
I can see it too, because I'm rude and I'm feisty.
So there you go. Like you should just act like we were saying something crazy. And she like, no, I can see
you
it.
don't have to laugh.
But you do actually remind me of a New York woman.
Do I?
Like, yes. I mean, you have obviously the most Toronto accent ever, but you have the vibes of a Bronx chick.
Yeah.
You think so too?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I'll take it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love New York. Why not?
Well, definitely when next time we in New York and you're in the city, you got to come by the studio.
For sure.
We've been trying to like make it happen for a while, but you got to come by, come kick it with us.
For
So
sure.
we can really talk everything Shantel May.
Yes.
BET Awards 2025. This is Family Affairs, Shantel May.